Ndị be anyị kenekwe m unu. Anyị si ka nkonye chiri ya zerụkwa. Anyị si n'ụbọchị nketa adịrị na anyị na mma. Na ihe adị ka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Eastern News 24. Ka anyị si na-ewetara ya bụ ozi ọnụ ụjọ gị na ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ. Kpasịta maka ya bụ ife unu na anụ na-eme n'obodo nọ n'ime ya. Anụ gburu onwe a na-azụ n'ala Igbo. Ya bụ ife ka na-ewetara na Eastern News 24. Ya wetara n'iru akwụkwọ bụ n'ụbọchị nketa bụ according to one of the Biafran activists, and he quotes, "Biafrans in desperate yard. The authority of Finnish government gave the outcome of my Simon Ekpa on his day with Nigerian government. Hear the news in details." All right, ya before Jimakia we bụ according to the Biafran activists wetara ya bụ ife n'iru akwụkwọ. Ayi amasị anyị n'ngere ya before Jimakia we bịa. Ga-esi ya gị drop right feature n'ụdị nke gị. All right, over to you, sir.
Finland's NBI suspect Biafran separatist leader of terrorism-related offenses. Police detained the Finnish Nigeria former municipal politician last November along with 4 other individuals. They said Finnish Nigerian politician. This is what they know, right? And what they believe. But we all know, we, the people of Biafra and the zoo themselves, everybody is aware that Mazi Simon Ekpa has officially denounced his engagement and citizenship with the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. First of all, he turned his passport on a national television, on a camera, and then he subsequently returned all the medals he won for the zoo called Nigeria and completely washed his hands off anything that has to do with the zoo. All these things are on record. So I'm not going to blame the Finnish, newspaper for writing this, because this is what they believe. Now, let's read the news in full details. Finland's National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, suspect a former municipal politician from Lahti, Simon Ekpa, of serious crimes. Following a preliminary investigation, the NBI said it suspects Ekpa of public exhortation to an offense committed with a terrorist intent and of contributing to the activities of a terrorist group. The suspicion stemmed from a large-scale terrorism investigation carried out by the law enforcement agency. Police detained the Finnish Nigeria former municipal politician last November along with 4 other individuals. Now, this is the official statement, the press release we are talking about now. As we suspected that the consequences of the public exhortation and the activities of a terrorist group occurred in Nigeria, we cooperated with the Nigeria authorities during the criminal investigation. The lead investigator, Detective Superintendent Otto Hitunen, said in a press release on Tuesday. I know why I'm taking it gradually so you understand it properly. Otto Hitunen, this man is Detective and Superintendent of Finnish police. He said in a press release on Tuesday. Now, pay attention. Let us speak briefly about this. I want to digress a little. According to his statement, he said, "We cooperated with the Nigerian authorities during the criminal investigation." Now, I want you to note this. We cooperated. Some of you who do not understand what is going on may say, so Finland is cooperating with Nigeria to carry out this kind of act against Biafrans, so that means they do not like us. No, it is not like that. And I want you to differentiate. I want you to separate these 2 words, or 3 words if I may say. Cooperation. Cooperating with the zoo is different with, colluding with the zoo or collaborating with the zoo. These are 2 different words. Collaborating with the zoo, colluding with the zoo, and cooperating with the zoo are different. You can cooperate to do something that you don't want to do because you just want to do it, at least to show that you have done it. That is cooperation. But it's not your mind, your heart is not there, but you need to cooperate at least to show that yes, I have done it. That is cooperation. But colluding or collaborating is when you are intentionally colluding with a third party to commit a crime or to do something intentionally. That is collaboration or colluding with Nigeria to do this against my Simon Ekpa and Biafrans at large. So they are different. I can assure you. For them, using this word is a relief to me. Many of you may not understand it. They say we cooperated. They cooperated with the zoo because the zoo and other bodies, especially Britain, have been accusing Finland of shielding Mazi Simon Ekpa. You also the so-called CDS Musa making videos upon videos accusing Finnish authority, Finland government, of shielding Mazi Simon Ekpa. You all saw it. So they have to cooperate, yes, to carry out both the arrest, the detention, and the investigation. And anybody thinking that Finland is going to do anything other than what they have done already, you are joking. And the zoo is aware. That's why they are now retracing. That's why they are now retracting their words. You saw yesterday, I gave you the news yesterday, where their so-called Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, was ranting, denying what he has already said about them, trying to extradite Mazi Simon Ekpa to the zoo. So they know. They know that they have failed. They also said that they are waiting to see the outcome before they know the next line of action. That's why they are delaying the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They would have used that accelerated trial to do something bad, but they have seen that what they thought about Simon Ekpa is not what is going to happen. That's why they have started. Can't you see that they have started again to delay? It's no longer accelerated trial, so to say. They are now delaying it, taking it gradually, postponing it, till further not to even keep as well. How long? I don't know, because they have seen that what they thought that could have happened to Mazi Simon Ekpa is not going to happen. So he choked them. Now let's read. The other 4 individuals were released during the course of the investigation, the MBI said. Ekpa has been implicated in criminal activities before. In 2023, Finnish police detained him on suspicion of fundraising fraud, but he was released later the same evening. Ekpa's separatist activism has drawn global attention, particularly his calls to boycott Nigeria elections. He has also publicly justified the use of violence. You see, the zoo is the one who brought the violence to Biafrans. Biafrans have never for one day planned to defend ourselves. And Biafrans are not violent, and Biafrans can never ever be violent. But when you speak, they shut you down with bullet. When you say, I want to be free, they shut you down with bullet. What do you expect? Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What did he do? He has been held in solitary confinement since 2021 in a DSS dungeon in Abuja. What do you expect others to do? When the Biafran people come out on the street to protest with ordinary placards, they mawu them. The zoo police, the Nigerian police and army maul the Biafran youths in the broad daylight on a regular basis. So what do you expect us to do? Somebody must rise up to defend his people, and that is what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. So it's not about violence. Self-defense is the inalienable right of every human being all around the world. Not only in Europe and America, it is all around the world, everywhere in the world. You cannot fold your arms and watch people to come and cut off your head. It is only a tree that here that they are coming to cut it off, and that tree will still stand there. As a human being, when you hear that somebody is coming to destroy you, it's either you run or you defend yourself. That is the truth. That is the gospel truth. It's like that all over the world, and there is no any law that prohibits self-defense. And that is what the Biafran people are doing, and that is what Mazi Simon Ekpa is leading. Now, the case is headed to the Deputy Prosecutor General for consideration of charges. Oh, so you are about to charge him. So all the allegations, all this why there have never been charges against my Simon Ekpa. It was just verbal allegations, terrorism and criminality, blah blah blah, all those nonsense. He has never been charged. Now they have concluded their investigation. Is about to time to charge him to court. You see? But the Zoo media will be giving you fake news everywhere. Now, Nigeria, who did this to the Zoo? Every day they give you fake news, fake information. Thank God that you have people like Biafra Unite and other genuine broadcasters. Or let me not even talk about Biafra Unite. Thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and opened our eyes and made us to understand the importance of media and publicity. If not, if we were still listening to Radio Biafra alone, and you see the way they are using Radio Biafra to do caricature since 2021, so let's continue. Now, I want to show you from a different platform. This one is from Daily News Finland. I'm not going to analyze it because the news is a bit similar. So I'm going to read it in full and then play the video for you. So pay attention while I take you through the news. And according to their title, they said, ex-Finnish Nigerian politician suspected of terrorism offense. Wow. The National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, suspected one person of public exhortation to an offense committed with a terrorist intent and of contributing to the activities of a terrorist group, said NBI in a press release on Tuesday. According to local media, the suspect is identified as Simon Ekpa, a Finnish Nigeria former politician of Lahti. The NBI completed the large criminal investigation into terrorist offenses stated in autumn 2024, and the case has been submitted to the Deputy Prosecutor General for consideration of charges. You see? During the criminal investigation, 5 persons were held on remand, 4 of them on suspicion of financing a terrorist offense. 4 of the suspects were released during the investigation. The suspect, who was held on remand throughout the criminal investigation, is suspected of public exhortation to an offense committed with a terrorist intent and of contributing to the activities of a terrorist group. This is a mere allegation by the Zoo government, the Zoo terrorist government. Let me tell you, the Zoo is the real terrorist, not individuals, because they fan terrorism. Are you paying attention? They fan it, they train it. Even the soldiers, the army, the official Nigerian army is a Boko Haram infested military. That's why they go about, they don't just unalive people, but they butcher them. They even play with their legs, their intestine, their hands. The videos are everywhere. Evidences are bound. The videos are everywhere. I'm not just making up. I want Finland to make also investigations on the, the Zoo army and police. Yes, because some of the, or should I say, many of these videos contain gory images and you can play them on the social media. But when you're on WhatsApp groups, you see the videos. They share it everywhere. What are we even talking about? Now, in conclusion here, as we suspected that the consequences of the public exhortation and the activities of terrorist group occurred in Nigeria, we cooperated with the Nigerian authorities during the criminal investigation, said Head of Investigation, Detective Superintendent Otto Hitunen of the NBI. So if you pay attention, you see that it's almost the same thing. It's the same news that I read from the other side, but I wanted to show you from 2 different platforms, which are official news platforms of Finland, so that you will understand that this is official. And then I'm going to go ahead to play the video for you. So my people, watch the video to Salo Numozia and make it go viral.
Okay, thank you for coming to Finland. I can understand your heart, how much you're wishing to see Simon to be free. And unfortunately, the situation has been so long. And there was an article in like a daily newspaper, afternoon paper, 2 days ago. And I We don't know outcome. They say that this investigation is already done, and now they are like thinking if they have a foundation to accuse about this, what they are talking about. So it's now still on the process, and just I understood that Simon is asking that you are peacefully waiting and not to make too much noise, just peacefully, because we cannot really do so much from outside. It's like legal process, and they are doing this as they can. So I'm sorry, I cannot say more than that.
Yeah, I'm sad too. Thank you.
But I must just encourage you and hope all the best. And sometimes politics is so wicked, so confused, and so difficult to understand. All the best. Keep healthy and give a hope.
Yes.
And in the end, I hope that truth will prevail and goodness and righteousness will be on power. All the best for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and press the notification button so that you'll be able to enjoy our video whenever we post. Remain blessed as I do so. Mr. Michael, Chinedu Michael, the government of Finland, Court of Finland, has freed about 4 people charged with Simon Ekpa. The case is now remain only Simon Ekpa. What does that one signal? Does it mean that federal government don't have any special case against those 4, or they cannot substantiate it? Can we expect something like that in the case of Simon Ekpa?
It's the manipulation that is we are seeing from the Nigerian government. Lack of no interest, and lack of no evidence, lack of just a deliberate attempt to sideline or to clamp down on voices who are standing against the agenda that is eating up Nigeria to death at this moment. And that is why when you look at this issue of Musa, Christopher Musa, looking at the issue of the present ambassador Salina, Sana, or ambassador to Nigeria, Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, and look at the compromise and the body language of the statement coming from the presidency. And of course, they were denied that grossly because there was no relationship between Nigeria and Finland in the first place. Then how come are they trying to put Finland to a place that you can see Alexander Stubb is already covered with blood as I'm talking to you, because the absence of what is happening in Nigeria has already been passed to the international community as I'm talking to you now. The ICC has already taken note, and the best option after a thorough signal from charity organizations, World Civil Society organization, telling Finland government to respect the sanity and the sanctity of the fundamental human right of whatever arrangement or whatever I think is no longer funny to the world concerning Simon Ekpa disappearance, because people doesn't know whether Simon Ekpa is already actually in custody, whether he's been deprived or house arrest, or whether he's been just put in a confinement because of his presence in the public space that seems to be a threat to Fulanis in Nigeria, and to be a threat to Fulanization and Islamic agenda in Nigeria, and the continuous infiltration of the Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram in the major Biafran parts of the world, killing, and nobody is standing up to talk. The Eastern governors are weak, and nobody is saying anything about it. But on daily basis, our mothers and our people keep on dying in Anambra State. You can see it all over the media now. How Fulanis entered Anambra and killed people in their farms, and nobody is standing up to say anything about that. And these are voices that the Finnish government has come to understand that this is actually. Selena, what about the lady ambassador? Is he blind, or is he not seeing that Nigerians are losing their lives on daily basis as a result of these people? And
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne nụ
dịka unu si wee na-esola n'iru akwụkwọ n'ihe nke anyị na-eme na Eastern News 24. Ka efi were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi wee ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife drọpụrụ ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ngwa nke mesịa na ụmụnne m.